This is based on the whole calendar year, the weekly prospecting activities. This is number of conversations. Dials completed means you had conversations with qualified prospects that can get a meeting. Conversations lead to meetings. And what this thing is, I need to get 40 meetings over the year term. I need 4 conversations a week. That means, just do the math, 4 conversations a week, call it 50 weeks, 200 conversations. If I need 200 conversations to get 40 meetings, again, what's that ratio? That's a 5-to-1 ratio, right? That means for every 5 conversations I have with someone, I get 1 meeting. Is that your conversion ratio or is it higher? Because if it's 10-to-1, right, that means you need 400 conversations to get to 40 meetings. So how many conversations do you need to get a meeting? You got to know that number. Go back. If you're in, look, we make sure all our clients track their numbers. If you're not tracking your numbers, you're guessing, you don't know, and you're winging it, that's a hard way to make a living. So let's say it's worst case 10-to-1, 400 conversations. But for now, for these examples, I'm going to say 5-to-1. Again, this is just math. That's why it's so easy in Excel or Google Sheets, whatever your kids use. That's what I would suggest. Okay. So then now I know I need 200 conversations in the year to make the 40 meetings. But here's the thing, I need that over a year. So that means if I condense it to 6 months, I really need 400 conversations times 2, right? In the 6 months, or 8 a week. That's what I need. This number, that number really here tells me I need 8 a week. I need 8 conversations a week because I want to get this all done by June 30th. Again, I'm condensing everything. I need 8 conversations, not dials, conversations. So let's go to dials, right? So based on the 4, I need 21 dials. Again, this ratio would be 5-to-1. That means for every 5 times I dial the phone, I have 1 person pick up of a qualified prospect. I have a conversation. That may not be you. You may be 10-to-1. So maybe that's not you. Maybe you are more of, I need 10-to-1. So I, in fact, need 40 conversations, right? I need 40 conversations to talk to 4 people. If you're 10-to-1, again, do the ratios, that's what it means. So understand these ratios are so important when you recognize what do I need versus where I am. 10-to-1 ratio now, right? So understand that. I know this is getting a little sloppy, but understand the math. So I need 10-to-1. So this is because it all comes down to this number. How many dials do I really need to call, Rod? How many times do I need to dial that phone to get the conversations, to get the meetings, to get the exclusives, to close the deals, to earn my commission? This is the one metric you just got to start out with, right? How many do I need? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this all out. Let's clear this all out and make it really simple. So now let's say I need 40 conversations. Let's say it takes you 10 dials to talk to 1 person. And the fact is, if you use a dialer, and most of you should use a dialer, believe it or not, your conversion ratio goes down. You have more quality conversations, but the conversion ratio tends to go down. Historically, that's been proven all the years. So if you're just dialing the phone yourself manually, believe it or not, you have a higher connection ratio than because just the aggregate numbers just drop. So it might be 7%, but 10% is here right now. Hope you're following this. Again, just do the math. So let's say I need 40 conversations, 40 dials every single week. That's what I need. Well, don't forget, I'm condensing this because that assumes I have 50 weeks to close these deals. I don't, or to get these exclusives. I have 50 weeks to get the 10 exclusives from the 40 meetings, right? So the fact is, because this is a year calendar, what I really need to tell myself is, you know what? I'm going to need 80 dials every week. Let's do the math. So I can get the 8 meetings, right? 80 dials every week because this is a 4-to-1 ratio. I'm changing it. I'm manually changing myself. I need 80 dials every week to get the 8 conversations. I'm now suggesting a 10-to-1 ratio. That's what I need. So that's a 10-to-1. Now, if I need 8 conversations every week, 80 dials a week is easy, by the way. 80 dials a week is no problem. 80 dials a week, think about it. What is that? If you do 4 days, that's 20 a day, right? 20 a day? You can do that in an hour, hour and a half every day. Yes, get back to the one fundamental metric. This is why you make the calls, to get the conversations. So let's do the math here and go all the way back now. So in this ultimate business plan, we haven't gotten through your presence initiatives yet, but in your business plan, I'm going to ask you to get 80 attempted dials a week. 80 attempted dials a week at a minimum. Some of you do much more. Some of you should not do less. You should not do less. To get the 8 conversations a week. 80 dials, 8 conversations, right? To get over my time frame, the 40 meetings I'm going to need in the first 6 months. That's why I'm doing this, because I need in the first 6 months to get those meetings at a 4-to-1 ratio to get those 10 exclusives, to close those 8 deals at 2.5% at $5 million a deal for $1 million commission year. That's what we're saying here. So again, I know I'm repeating this again and again and again, but I want you to clearly understand why the numbers matter. Okay? So those are the prospecting numbers. Those are the prospects.